Nobody do body like you do, I can. Oh shit, we're rolling? Good? All right, let me put this down real quick, sorry about that. What up y'all, it's your boy Plant Man P, and in today's video, we're gonna strictly focus on houseplants. So none of that vloggy stuff that I've been doing, none of that cinematic bullshit that I've been doing. We're gonna focus strictly on plants today. So let's get into it and follow me. Shit, I forgot. I'm the only one recording. Shit. 1 second. Let me actually just bring this with me here. Sorry about that. So right off the bat, let me bring this down a little bit more. All right, so nope, need to do it a little bit more. All right, there we go. So right here in this little area here, we got some something going on with Albert. So we're just gonna plop that out right there. And we also got this. I'm not exactly sure. Just looks like a stem that died off. Kind of hard to take it out, so I'm gonna just leave it. But other than that, everything looks pretty good with Albert. We got a lot of new growth from him within the past couple of months, and I cannot wait to repot him. See, we got some new growth right here, and then everything on top right here is pretty much from the past month or so. And then obviously the greener leaves are essentially new growth as well. We got some yellowing here, but well, maybe it's variegated, just kidding. But it's nothing to be afraid of. Should be perfectly fine. I'm actually gonna try and repot this guy. I don't know what pot or anything like that as of yet, but I'm definitely gonna go ahead and repot him because we repotted Rocky right there, and when we repotted him, literally like from here up is all new growth just from those couple of months. So I'm definitely gonna repot him, and I can't wait to see what happens with him. And since we're, let me move that out the way, sorry. All right, so since we're still in the living room, let's focus on the living room plants. So we got this pothos here, doing pretty good. We actually initially had it here for a minute, but it's been really cold, so we moved him over here because we don't want anything to happen to him. And you know, with colder weather or colder than it's used to, sometimes something can happen to the leaves or just the plant itself. So we moved him away just to alleviate any type of issues that we have with him. But so far so good. He's been growing pretty long. We actually wrap him up a little bit just so that he's not super crazy. Prior we had command strips like going around. We were gonna, you know, just let it flow, but like I said, it's been super cold, so we X'd that idea, and we'll probably do it again, but once it gets warmer. And then we have these beautiful sunflowers that we grew from seed. They're doing pretty well. Then we have the succulent. I don't actually know where we got it. I think Geraldine may have gotten it from a coworker or something, but it's still alive, I guess, so it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so now let's talk bedroom plants. So we do have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, only 7 in the bedroom. Sometimes that might be a lot to some, or that might be too little to some people, or that might be just right. To us, it's just right. Let's focus on the money tree first. It's kind of like a bonsai money tree, which is why I absolutely love it. If you guys don't know, I am like pretty obsessed with money trees. I love them. We got a lot of new growth coming in. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A new stem is coming in, which is gonna be hella dope. But let's put this guy back. Then we have this string of hearts. I'm scared to touch it, so we're just gonna, you know, leave it just like that. Geraldine has actually been taking care of this. In my care, it was doing pretty well. I genuinely don't know what happened to it, but it is bouncing back, and it does have a lot of new growth, as you guys can see. But then we also have a bunch of not dead, but just not too hot looking, but still alive type of vines. So we just wrapped it around so that it looks, you know, more appealing. Also, do not mind this. This is actually a sticky trap for gnats, so that's why it's there, if that's an eyesore for you. Sorry. Yeah, so that's the string of hearts. Then we have this Pyalea here. Let me actually pop. Okay. So we have this Pyalea here, which I love these plants, but we actually don't have any luck with them. So hopefully, I mean, this one has been doing pretty good so far, and we've had it for quite a minute. It was much fuller prior, but now, like, something about houseplants with me is like, I love like essentially the fact that each houseplant is unique to you. So, and unique to its growing environment. So once we got it, it was quite full, but I love the way it's looking right now. Like, it's kind of like quirky looking. It has maybe 5 branches, or like 5, you know, true stems. And I don't know, it's not dead, which is good. And it's pumping out a lot of new growth, which is also good. So far so good. And then in the summer, we're gonna do like a huge major repotting video and just like session of repotting, because a lot of our plants do need repotting. So this is definitely going to be one of them. Honestly, I hope it survives that long, because like, I do truly love Pileas, but I just can never keep one alive. So hopefully this one we keep alive, because I truly love them. And I love when they look super unique. Like, you have ones that are like super long, super tall, and then ones that are like just one giant stem, which I think are pretty cool. But I just can't wait to see what this one does, and hopefully we keep this one alive in our care. And then next up, we got this dragon tail, Raphaelis firma. I believe that's how you say it. I always, still to this day, I butcher plant names, like the scientific names. But we got this dragon tail. Did I say that? Or rat tail? It's been doing pretty good. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I've actually wanted to throw this thing away, but Geraldine, this is like Geraldine's baby, and she's been insisting on just keeping it alive, and it has pumped out. I believe this one is new, and we got some new action right here, and this one is also in need of a repotting, so we'll definitely be doing that during our repotting session. And then we got this silvery and, or Scindaptus pothos. We got this from Mickey's, and it is doing pretty well. Again, this one is also in need of a repot, but we're gonna keep that until spring, summer. It's doing pretty well, so it's got a lot of new growth. It's pretty long, and I believe it, like when it's kind of leggy like this, 9 times out of 10, it's your plant telling you it needs more light. But I don't know, bro, what more light do you need? You're literally right here. So like, I don't know. It's not dead, which is a great thing. So we're just gonna keep it rocking, and then hopefully once we repot it, it'll, you know, fullen out more. Oh, and also, if you're enjoying this right here, we actually got this, it's called an index shelf from Burrow. It's incredibly fire, incredibly easy to put together, and durable. And I love, we are suckers for like wooden accents, and I love this, but this is about the plants. Let's not focus on this, but thank you, Burrow. And we actually need to dust this thing off, Jesus. All right, I'm getting sidetracked. So here is our Enjoy pothos. This one is pretty solid. Like, we've always had bad luck with Enjoy pothos. I believe it's because of just the fact that it's variegated, and sometimes variegated plants don't do well with us, all the time actually. Again, in need of a repot. If you guys don't know, one way you can tell, not only because of the fact that it's still in the nursery pot, but if you guys can see that there, the roots are coming out of the bottom of the nursery pot, or if they're coming out the bottom of a pot in general, that means it's time to repot. It is well over, I mean, this is not that bad, there's worse, but that's an easy way you can tell if you need a repot. But anyway, we have a lot of new growth on this guy, so I'm super satisfied, super happy. I can't wait till it's, you know, trailing even more. We got new growth on this side, new growth on this side, and I think that's it. It is looking very healthy, so I am, like I said, super proud of this guy. I don't know whether to keep him like this or like this. Maybe like this. We'll just leave him like that for now. But yeah, so that is the, oh, sorry, we got this money tree right here. Let me bring you guys closer to it. So now we got this money tree right here. I'll insert a photo of when we first got him. He has grown so much. We have him staked up and tied up so that if we unloosen this, I swear this guy will go crazy, which we haven't done in a while. So I think either we should do it just to see. Yeah, I'm actually just leave him because he's doing pretty well. He first started off maybe with just these two, but they were probably like at this level. They were not as tall. This whole thing this is probably like maybe a year or two old. Like I said, he only had these two when we first got him, and he has grown exponentially. We do have a lot of new growth on him as well, especially more so on this side. The leaves, I mean, like I said, we do have a lot of new growth. He's also still alive. And then also, your plant is never gonna be perfect. Let's go ahead and put some emphasis on that. Excuse me, bro, you're blocking. Actually, I'll just hold you like a baby. But yeah, let's put some emphasis on that. So your plant is never going to be perfect. The leaves are never gonna be perfect, which is perfectly fine. And also, oh, look at this. We have a new stem coming out, and this guy is very prone to mushrooms, like yellow ones. the fungi, the super yellow mushrooms, which is nothing to fear. It's actually good. That means you have some good soil mix and your plant is doing pretty good. So aside from him, a couple of his leaves not looking too hot, this guy is perfectly healthy, perfectly fine. And now let's move on. So now we are in the office area. Let me close this up. But like I said, now we're in the office area. These plants right here are actually for our pop-ups, so these are not ours. We got this Marantha right here, it's about to flower. And we just got a variety of stuff that do pretty well at our pop-ups. Then we have these string of pearls right here. They're flowering, they're doing pretty good. So they also do pretty well at our pop-ups. But aside from that, let's talk the plants that we actually own, or the plants that are actually ours. We have another pothos here, which is doing pretty well. This one is also pretty leggy, but if you can see right here, we actually wrapped his vines around so that he doesn't look too leggy. He's actually longer than this, but because we have him wrapped up here, he looks less longer, and it's just better to deal with and easier to deal with and maintain. We could probably wrap him around a little bit more, or even give him a bigger pot. Let's see if he does. Yeah, he's gonna need a repotting soon, so we'll also do that in the spring, summertime. This is probably our newest plant, this silver sword philodendron. I'm actually gonna make her a little bit cleaner. This is one of Geraldine's like wish list plants that we never had, but we actually just stumbled across it because we had it for a pop-up and we just had it left over, and Geraldine's always wanted one, so we decided, you know what, let's go ahead and keep this. So I've actually never seen a silver sword this big. Usually they're just like little babies. So it's pretty dope to see one this big and this mature. So I think that's what drew it to us, and it was like, all right, this is like the perfect time to get one, because it just like essentially just fell into our lap. So she's doing pretty good. New leaf right here, another new leaf over here. And then she is also gonna need a repot because she is just in a nursery pot. So we'll do that as well. And then we have this guy right here. I used to have one on the balcony in our previous apartment that was incredibly long, but he actually got blown over during like one of the little storms that we had, and I could never find it. I actually got this from a cutting. Well, not this one, but the one we had, I actually had from a cutting. One of our friends gave it to us at a sip and swap that we did with the sill back in the day, but I could never find one until Folio Collective. I saw them post it and I was like, yo, I need this, can you save it? So it actually says, I'm on hold for John. Yeah, and then you can see the roots coming out. But I'm actually kind of scared to repot this one. I've never repotted this, or I don't have any whatchamacallit experience, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be easy. So I actually filmed that for y'all because it's gonna be my first time, so hopefully it can help you guys out as well. Then we have a cutting here. I forgot which pothos this is from, but this is like one of our first and only successful cuttings that we've done. I believe this was done in water. Geraldine actually did it. It started off maybe like just these, and it's grown, all these leaves, maybe 4, 5, 6, have grown within that time span. And we do have another leaf coming in here. And then we have this mini Monstera here. She's also doing pretty well. We had one, bro, I was so mad. We had one that was hella long, like probably like this tall, maybe even taller. And we like put it on the wall to try to get it to crawl up. But I don't know, something happened. We probably didn't give it enough light, or probably wasn't getting enough light, so it ended up dying. And we also didn't repot it. Well, we repotted it, but we repotted it into a pot without drainage. And we tried to say, you know, like the cliche, or I think this is like a myth, like, oh, if you put rocks on the bottom, you'll be good. We did that and it was not good. So that died, but we do have this one still, and we are trying our absolute hardest to keep this one alive, because I feel like one of these type of plants are like one you have to have in the collection. Like it is like one of those like staple pieces and shit like that. Like this mini Monstera is like one of those that you have to have. So she's doing pretty well. Probably gonna have to repot her soon as well. And other than that, we have one more behind you guys. This is pretty short and sweet. This is our snake plant. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, this is our snake plant, but we do also have to repot this. I've actually realized a lot of our plants are in nursery pots because we just haven't, not necessarily had the time, but just like, we just haven't had the time to repot. So we're gonna, like I said, have a major repotting session soon. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. But if you guys have a snake plant, or if you guys are familiar with plants in general, you know snake plants are just hella easy, resilient. We don't even water this guy much, and there's some new growth here, but they are very slow growing. But once you repot a plant, that basically promotes the new growth. So I'm not tripping on this guy. He is a slow grower, but like I said, when you repot it, it's like a boost of energy, especially if you fertilize it while you do it. But yeah, that's our snake plant. Oh, and then also we have this umbrella plant outside, if you guys can see. We have it in rehab right now because we did see a little bit of a bug issue. It was getting really sappy, so that's normally like if your plants are super sappy, that's not normal. And 9 times out of 10, you do have maybe like a little bug problem. So we removed all the bugs and it's in rehab right now. And we don't want it to infect any of the other plants. Previously it was right there on the TV stand, but we do also have plants outside, but those are the outside plants. But that is gonna be a wrap for today's video. I do appreciate you guys tuning in. And if you guys want to see a huge repotting video, we'll do like a freaking marathon. I think we have maybe 10 plants we have to repot. So if you guys wanna see that, please hit that subscribe button, please hit that like button. And it's your boy Plantman P. Appreciate you guys watching, appreciate you guys the support that you guys have been giving us. But it's your boy Plantman P, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.